Hi, it's Faith for Fear Talk after the midnight hour, and this is part two. Faith in the flames. Faith in the flames. Fire removes what doesn't belong. Fire exposes what cannot remain. Fire refines what God intends to use. Malachi chapter 3, verse 2 to 3 talks about him as a refiner fire. He watches the flame so nothing valuable is lost. Believe me, God will not allow the fire to last longer than what the purpose requires. He will not allow it to last longer than what the purpose requires. He will not. But it is so important to pay close attention when you're in a season where you feel tested by fire, by trials, and even warfare. It's very important what you are seeing. It's important what you see in the fire because it matters. It's important what you see in the fire while you're going through this season because it matters. Read Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 11 through 12. Write these scriptures down and go back and read them. Read Jeremiah chapter 1, 11 verse to 12. We see that God calls him in this chapter. He calls Jeremiah in this chapter. And then he has two visions. But there was a very important question in this chapter. God asks him, what do you see? What do you see? So God is asking you tonight at the midnight hour, what do you see in your season of trials? In your season of testing, in the season of wilderness, in the season where you're being refined by fire, by what you're going through, that warfare that you're receiving. Because there are times in our lives where we get what we look for and what we ask for because we don't follow what God is telling us. We don't follow his instructions. We get ourselves caught up in all this drama and all these issues and all these problems. It's like we call the problems to us. But then there's a time where we are being tested. There's a time where we go through certain circumstances, but not for us to get destroyed or ruined or be defeated. It's because God is equipping us. He's training us. He's refining us. He's purifying us. So it's so important that you get to see what's happening in the midst so you won't get confused, so the enemy won't distract you. What do you see? The enemy wants you to focus on the heat, on the sickness, on the problem, on your fire, on the trials, on your finances, on everything but God. He wants us to focus on everything but God. But God wants you to focus on his word in the midst of it. He wants us to focus on his word in the midst of whatever we're going to. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 18. We do not look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Which means that faith in the flames requires what? Spiritual vision. That's why it's so important for us to guard our ear gates and our eye gates. Because then when we go through this moment in this season where we need to have that spiritual vision, we're not seeing and hearing other things. We're not being confused and misled. We're not being deceived. So important. If you only see fire, what happens? You will experience fear. You will let fear take over what you're feeling, what your emotions are. You will let fear put you in a state of chaos, of bondage, of stress, of anxiety. If you see God, you stand in the midst of it, and not even in the midst of it, but better yet, not even a strand of your hair will be burned. The fire becomes what? Your testimony. Your fire becomes your testimony. Daniel 3 verses 28 through 30. The same king who threw them in the fire, in the furnace, ended up promoting them. The same one who made the rule about bowing to the idol that they created. The same one who had to allow his men and all those that came to gossip and accuse, he allowed them to put them in the furnace. The same one had to go and bow down to the God, to that fourth man in the fire. He ended up vindicating them. The same king that threw them in ended up promoting them. What didn't kill us, the problem, the situation, the trial, that burning season that we go through, that wilderness, what didn't kill us will now speak for us. What didn't consume us will now elevate us. What we survived will silence our accuser and the very devil himself. Revelation chapter 12 verse 11 says, they overcame by the blood of the Lamb. We overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of what? Of our testimony. And the word of our testimony. So through it all, through the fire, through the furnace, through it all, stand firm. Stand firm in your faith. Hebrews 11 verse 34. Quench the violence of fire. And I want to read Hebrews 11 starting from verse 32 because this is accredited to the apostle, right? And he's talking about living by faith. And he talks about this in verse 32. When he's talking about faith, he says, and what more can I say? Time is too short for me to tell you about Gideon, Barak, Samson, David, Samuel, the prophets. He mentioned every one of these people who by faith conquered what? Kingdoms. Administered justice, obtained promises, shut the mouths of lions, quenched the raging of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, gained strength in weaknesses, became mighty in battle, and put foreign armies to flight. Whew. They stood firm. Stand firm, because I want you to remember this quote. Faith does not run from flames. Faith in God does not run from flames. It stands, and it stands with confidence in the God that they serve. The same one who set them free and delivered them yesterday will do it today and tomorrow. So I want you to declare. We have to start declaring and decreeing our faith over fear talk, our faith in the flames, and say, I will not bow. I will not bow to what I'm dealing with. I will not bow to the people accusing me. I will not bow to the circumstances I am. I will not bow. I will not burn. This will not burn me. I will not believe what the accuser is saying, but instead I will believe in God and believe that He is with me in the fire, and I will come out refined and not ruined. I will come out blessed. I will come out an overcomer. I will come out who He, from the beginning, created and knitted me in my mother's womb to be. Remember this other quote. Faith in the flames is not about surviving. Faith in the flames is not about surviving. It's about revealing the God who never fails. He is the fourth man in the fire. The way He was with those three young men, He is your fourth man in the fire, and He is with you. He is with you. And we started this revelation real quickly with, come on, Jesus. Where is the page? I got two notebooks here of pages. We started with the verse, and I'm going to read very quickly. The key verse, Isaiah 43:2. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flames scorch you. That is your promise. Declare it and decree it and stand. God bless you guys.